Itewan Sammy, I am back with another love story. Wow, this is gonna be a great one. This is not a good one. This is what happens when you screw up and make a mistake. When you make a mistake and you go down the wrong road, you end up as this story guy. Now, it's not me. No. We're gonna call this guy Officer Matt. And it happened in Korea. It happened about 2 years ago. I can talk about it now because the people involved are no longer here. And it's been enough time, so I can talk about it. So, first of all, I want to say, welcome to 2021, everybody. I hope everyone's safe and happy. Thank you to my subscribers and people watching. I hope you enjoy this series. If you like this series, please check out my other love stories. Just search in my search function, search love story. I call them all love stories, or just search down. I haven't done one in a while, so I've been asked to do one. This was going to be a 4-parter, I think, for the month of February, I think. Let's see how this works out. All right, so this happened a couple years ago. Officer Matt is what we're going to call him. He was a senior officer in the U.S. military stationed here in Korea. He used to come to my club a lot. Handsome guy. I'm going to say he's in his late 30s, early 40s. Very handsome, blonde hair, blue eyes. Looked young. But he was kind of naive, I think. I think he was kind of naive. I didn't talk to him that much because it was just, it was a club guy, right? He would come to the club, buy a couple drinks. He was good looking. So, obviously I like him in the club. And he would always pick up. Because he was very handsome. Very handsome. Tall, blonde, thin, blue-eyed. So did he live on base? I'm sure he lived on base. Yes. I'm going to say yes, he lived on base. Not sure. I never got involved in the personal lives. I just got involved afterwards because he called me. So he was getting ready to ship out. His tour was finished here and he was going to Hawaii. And the thing is that he was only interested in short-term relationships. He was not, but he treated women okay. He treated women nice. Like, he took them out, he took care of them, etc. But it was short-term. So either through Tinder or something like that, I don't know which app or whatever, he met this girl and he... Oh, sorry, let me take a step back. So he was being cycled out back to his next tour of duty. So he was going to Hawaii, which meant that he had to give up his... It was very strange. I don't understand it. So he had to give up his apartment, and they gave him a hotel, money for a hotel. So he got a hotel in Itaewon. Now, at that time, there was still a curfew. So by midnight, he had to be out. So he had made arrangements to meet this girl at around 8 or 9, but she didn't show up till like 10 or 10:30. So they went out for something to eat, but then afterwards he's like, I have to go back to my room. I cannot be outside. So he's like, why don't you come back and hang out with me? We'll have a drink or whatever. So they go back. And they spend the night together and do what two adults do. So the next morning, they go for breakfast. And they're talking and etc. Now, how do I know all of this? Well, because he told me. Right now, this is all hearsay. I don't have corroborating witnesses or anything, but this is not talking about him specifically. This story is all about what happens when you get involved with someone and it goes wrong. How wrong can it go? And how can it just screw up your life? Okay? This is a false accusation story. Basically, that's what this is. Okay? So anyway. And the reason I know it's false is because of... well, let's get to that. We'll get to that. Okay? I am not judging. I am not commenting on social... whatever. I'm just saying, be careful out there, everyone, because this is what happens. Okay? I lead my life very, very differently based on the things I have seen in my life, and this is a prime example. So they're having breakfast, and this is where the story takes a very, very dark turn. Not privy to the conversation, but from hearsay. Basically, it went something like this. Girl asks, when can we meet again? Boy says, oh, well, you know, I'm kind of leaving Korea in about a week. Oh, well, I thought we were going to be together because we slept together. Oh, well, you know, I'm leaving the country. And let me just take care of the cat here. Screwing around. I'm leaving the country, so I don't know how we can be together, and blah blah blah. You know, I was only interested in a short-term relationship. I'd like to see you again before I go. And this is where, not sure about how it happened or where or what, but there was an argument, and the details of the argument, from what I am led to believe, were along the lines of how do I put this delicately? They had unprotected sex. So she was concerned about whatever was going to occur with her after the fact. And if he wasn't here, she felt violated, you know, medically, with child, STDs, whatever. So, again, not privy to the conversation, but from second-hand knowledge, the issue of, you know, having to go to the hospital and get checked out, the cost involved in all of that, and not sure where that conversation went, but from, again, what I was told, it became very heated and very ugly, to the point where she was saying things to the nature of, if you don't do this, 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 and this, pay. If you don't do this, then I'm going to the police. Then, again, this is a long conversation that, from what I understood, Officer Matt made some comments which really angered the girl, and she got vindictive. And one of the comments she made is, you think that this is funny and you think that you can just get away with this? Well, you'll see what happens. And I'll leave it at that for now. Part 1. Now, what's going to be the title of this story? I haven't decided yet. It's a love story, but we're going to decide on the title shortly. Itaewon Sammy, living life. I'm out.